Do you see how someone could view the context of what she did? Set up a private system. She alone controlled it. She kept everything on it. We now know from Ms. Abedin's deposition that they did it for that very reason. Then when they got caught, they deleted what they had, and they scrubbed their devices. Is that part of the context in evaluating this decision?
Sure, sure. And understand what inferences can be drawn from that collection of facts, of course.
What inferences could be drawn? Bleach bidding. Former FBI Director Jim Comey will be back on the Hill tomorrow, and there are some double standards at play. Namely, when it was revealed in emails that Clinton aides Huma Abedin and Cheryl Mills had likely lied to the FBI about their knowledge of her private server, why the heck weren't they punished? This question has new resonance in the wake of General Flynn's life being turned upside down on account of similar transgressions, lying, 1001 violation. So might Comey face questions about that double standard? Here with us is Byron York, Washington Examiner correspondent, Fox News contributor. Byron, you just wrote a great piece about a set of questions that Comey should grapple with, be asked, and have to answer, number one of which is?
Michael Flynn. What did FBI agents think when they interviewed Michael Flynn on January 24th, 2017, just 4 days into the administration? You remember they interviewed him about that wiretapped phone call he had had during the transition with the Russian ambassador. And why did the FBI go to the White House? And did really, as we have heard that Comey has said, did the FBI agents believe that Flynn was not lying?
Including Peter Strzok, who was there.
Including Peter Strzok. So what did the FBI agents really say about this? Has Comey actually read the transcript of these conversations?
With Kislyak.
Absolutely. And did Comey believe that Michael Flynn was going to face a false statements charge? Because members of Congress say that Comey told them back then that he did not expect Michael Flynn to be indicted.
So the big sentencing memos are going to come out, looks like on Friday.
Yeah.
Both Manafort and Cohen. Looks like both are coming down.
Yeah.
It's going to be a big news night tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you expect, if anything, Comey, behind closed doors, will get the transcript on Saturday of what he says. Mm-hmm. What light will he shed on this question we posed at the top? How do Hillary's aides seem to always get away in the end? They get away with this stuff in the end.
Well, he's been questioned about stuff like this before because, as you remember, it was over the July 4th holiday in 2016 that they questioned her, and then almost instantly they exonerated her of making any false
He wasn't
statements.
there during the questioning.
No, but it's as if the FBI didn't even check her testimony. And we later learned that they had been writing this exoneration memo for months before they questioned her and before they questioned a lot of other key figures. And, of course, they handed out immunity like candy. On the other hand, Comey has been asked these questions before, and there were some Republicans who were not happy with Comey being called to be questioned tomorrow.
But Strzok was the agent that interviewed Mills and Abedin, correct? He also interviewed Michael Flynn.
Yes.
And he's testified on Capitol Hill. So what have they gotten on that from him?
Well, they didn't. He didn't talk about the Flynn case to them because the FBI and everybody associated with has said, well, it's an ongoing criminal investigation. I'm sorry we can't talk about it. Well, Flynn has already pleaded guilty, and Charles Grassley of the Senate Judiciary Committee has been trying to get information on that grounds, on that basis, saying, well, look, he's already pleaded guilty. Well, now, by the 18th of December, just a few days from now, he's going to get sentenced, and it's really all going to be over.
But Byron, wasn't Michael Flynn out of the country when he was wiretapped, or he was surveilled? They listened in.
It was the Russian ambassador who was
so
wiretapped.
It's not wiretap. They're allowed to do that under U.S. surveillance policies, no problem. But then his name was unmasked. You wrote about this as well.
This was something that Devin Nunes got a lot of criticism for bringing up. But the point is, we do wiretap. We never say this, but we wiretap top Russian officials. We knew what was being said. But then you think, well, who's on the other end of that conversation? And that's what was so-called unmasked. And
why does Susan Rice's name come up frequently?
Because she was involved in a lot of the unmaskings, and the question Republicans
at the National
asked
Security Council
and never